Some like, yo, he played you. Others like, don't let it phase you. Internet, it will amaze you. Beefing with the ones that raise you. And Drake said it, I ain't hear him. Idol turning and writing. Found out our title was vital. I never thought we would spiral. Work for everything I had, man. I never felt entitled. Put my left hand on the Bible. Love I have for you is tribal. For the algorithm now, relationship suicidal. Harlem nigga kill Harlem nigga. Just repeating the cycle. When these blogs just recycle, all this shit could go viral. We from the era of vinyl. What's your name? They wouldn't trifle. I was one of your disciples. Thought you was better. Michael and Fly too. Sergio Tashini, it was meshed out. You, Boo, Barry, Roll, Mac, y'all was the best.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The best out. Essay, hot dog, these shit
Yeah,
don't feel
yeah,
left
yeah.
out. R.P. Baba
Yeah,
Lock,
yeah,
Henry won't
yeah,
forget
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah.
This the shit I'm trying to figure out. How you go from that to this with niggas about? You was in an 800K hole, that shit I was sick about. Came with $1 million
Yeah.
act like I did something wrong, hateful. Like I forgot you helped me get up off the label. Then you put me on your label, killer. He forever grateful. What you trying to turn the tables like I'm When niggas wasn't feeling you, man, I went stupid hard. You was putting bricks in the cab. I caught up to God.
People who fuck with you, people who cool with you, they come in, they support, and out of respect, they come to your bar. Like, Kim, no, I don't deal with a lot of people, so out of respect, I couldn't understand why he wouldn't.
All the time. A lot of our women have a childlike mentality. It's just like how kids can't sit still. That's what she's doing. She can't sit still. She cannot sit still. And Cameron's going to have to tell her that it's her turn. Let's continue.
How long ago was
It's
this?
my turn. It's not. I'm just telling you. This.
Keep in mind, he just said it's his turn. So watch what happens when she starts to speak. Now she's going to do the same thing to him. Oh, it's my turn. Keep that in mind, brothers. Let's continue.
Order in your court, please.
Right, exactly. If you want to be technical about this situation, what happened is this. I offered to eat Cali when she came.
Okay. Interesting.
Right. She said no.
Okay.
2 days later, she thought about it, said, yo, could you eat my I said no.
I can't believe you right now.
I said no.
Right.
I offered to eat you didn't want it. She asked another day, so you're not going to eat my No, I'm not. I offered it. I'm not going to eat it. I offered twice. She asked twice.
Right.
This is the stubbornness I can't have in my house.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about.
Playing games.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of games being played.
Yeah, exactly.
You see that, brothers? A lot of these women play games. This is why I say that this male man and women being friends, it don't work. It don't work. And again, she's over here walking around in his house in panties and bra, but yet he don't want to give her none. I mean, she don't want to have sex with him. But then when she's horny, he played the same game. So he was being just as petty as she was. But again, brother, this man-woman friendship, it never works. It never works. And the fact that he had a child with her makes it even worse. So, let's go ahead and continue.
You know, I'm thinking even though she's stubborn, I'm thinking once I eat it, I know what I'm gonna try and do.
Right.
So I tried to offer with an appetizer. This is the games we play with each other. No, I don't need that in my house.
Right.
I'm not doing it. Right. So I said I declined. I said you can move with your mother, you can move with your father, you can move with your sister. I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch. I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch. What I look like sleeping on the couch.
I was not sleeping on nobody's couch.
So she started making the demands.
The point being is, it wasn't like she was stranded. If she was stranded, I had nowhere to go. Of course, cool. You have several places to go, but you want to demand how you living on
I
somebody
have
else's
my own
dime.
room.
You see how petty she is? This is his house, but she said that she had her own room in his house. Does that make any sense? So she still tried to control what doesn't even belong to her. That makes no sense. But let's continue.
That's what happened.
I have my own room.
There it is, son.
Yep.
What was the debate between you and Cam over your wedding venue? What was that debate? I remember you saying some friend know about it and something with 25,000 or something. Like, what happened?
At the time, I had just got my venue.
Now, brothers, I want y'all to listen to this story because he tried to advise her on a business that she thought that she could have, and it didn't work out very well. But I'm gonna go ahead and let her speak on it.
Landlord from hell put me in a real bind. And I said, Cam, I have my liquor license and I need to do renovations on this space. This person left me with a shell. I said, I need help renovating so I can start generating money because I'm stagnant. And he said, okay, show me the paper for your liquor license.
What up, nigga?
Once I see the paper, I'll have my attorney just draw up the paperwork.
That's Cameron girl.
And I'll give you the money and we'll sign.
That's his ex. But let's continue.
I talked to my friend today. She said, yeah, he agreed to give you the money on a gargantuous offer. Like, she basically felt like he wanted my blood for $25,000. We agreed, and he still never followed up. But he was only taking proceeds from the bar. At the same time, he never drew it up, and he act like, it was whatever. And even when it came down to me signing my lease, he also made a bet that he did not stand on. And we could ask British that.
Oh, okay. Representation.
Yes, I'm here.
Is that a lie? Is that a lie or the truth?
I'm gonna let my client answer.
Okay.
I don't remember detail.
Now, brothers, I hope you heard her side of the story about the business. Now, he's going to explain, and from what I've read, Cameron is pretty good when it comes to business. She isn't. And I'll just say this, her business failed, and he already saw what was going to happen. But let's go ahead and continue.
But I'll tell you this much. I respect Callie as a hustler. I always tell her that, and I tell people that. She came from Oakland, or pardon me, not Oakland, the Bay Area to New York as a 22-year-old.
It was Oakland.
Okay, Oakland, I'm sorry. From the Bay Area, Oakland to New York at 22 years old and survived. She did better than niggas I know from New York that grew up in New York and made a way for herself. And to this day, she still lives the way she wants to live, maybe not like she used to because she's in school. So I respect her hustle 100%. She saved up $100,000, over $100,000 to get this venue. She tells me about the venue, asks my opinion. I tell her, I wouldn't invest in that. You saved up the money, don't do it. But I'm saying my friend got one of these and she had LL Cool J come over for her wedding and this, that, and third, and I had to do this, that, and the third. This is why you want to get a wedding venue, because you knew somebody with a wedding venue and you thought that you could duplicate what she was doing. Come to find out, you told me that she wasn't doing what she really was doing. I told her that I don't think this is a smart investment and I would not do it.
You hear that, brothers? Before she even did the investment, he told her that it was not a good idea to do the investment. Brothers, she saved up $100,000. What she should have done is gotten a loan. That way, if the business failed, then she could have been able to use that money that she already saved up to pay back the loan. But instead, she invested $100,000 in this venue. But let's go ahead and continue.
I understand going against what people say because I ask people for their opinion, and sometimes they'll say, "Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. It is going to work." Either or, but you get the advice. So it's people that told me this isn't going to work and it's worked. It's people that told me this stuff I should do is going to work and I didn't invest. It's just a gamble you do when you do business. Right or wrong, Larry, who's a good
100%.
who's a business.
I don't feel
100%.
like
It's my goal. It's my goal. It's my goal.
Oh.
It's my goal.
You know how women are. Can't even hold a tongue. Women cannot hold a tongue at all. Well, let's continue.
Larry's a businessman, so he understands about investment. I tell her don't invest this $100,000. She invests $100,000.
What's up, player?
What's going on,
It
man?
doesn't do well. The landlord didn't have a ceiling in there. She was ceilingless. Not saying it was a sunroof or anything like that, but like she said, it was a shell. It was a lot of work. She didn't have an oven. She needed a lot of stuff. So the part she's talking about now is that when she comes back to me and needs help to get all these things done for her spot, she may be correct on that. I may have wanted blood because I told you don't do this in the first place.
You see that, brothers? She asked for advice. Cameron told her, look, I don't think you should invest in this. She went ahead and threw and used her over $100,000 in a venue that still needed to get worked on. And now she's coming back to Cameron for an extra $25,000 just to help fix up the place. And yet Cameron told her no, because how is he going to get his money back? He's not even sure he's going to get his money back. But let's go ahead and continue.
I may have been like,
Yeah.
it's my goal. I don't understand why I can't get my goal. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I haven't talked this whole show. I've been like, right, so I can't get my goal. So
What's
when
up,
she
Tanya?
comes back to me and says, yo, Cam, I need 25. I need a stove. I need a ceiling. I need this. I need that. And I'm like, she's right. Now I'm a businessman. This is not personal. When she turns it personal, it's not personal. I told you I wouldn't make this investment. Now, when she needs something, she's right. I don't remember what the terms were, but they weren't reasonable. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't reasonable. She could be correct. I don't remember, but this is the cost of doing business. You shouldn't have invested in that. To me, my personal opinion, but I can't tell you how to live your dream. But if you're coming to if you
I didn't know I was going to get finessed neither.
nothing's personal. It's business. And sometimes the best experience is going through it.
You see how she didn't know that she was going to get finessed, but he gave you advice not to go into that business, and you chose not to listen to him. And then you're going to come back to him and ask for a couple of G's. Well, 25 at that. Come on, that's a lot of money. That ain't no chump change. I know these guys are, well, Cameron, he probably makes millions. But that's still a lot of money to be asking somebody for, and to probably trying to say that you want to borrow it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pay you back. But let's go ahead and continue.
Because you're not going to understand how business works. It's not personal. Okay, Callie, you have a question.
I think you underestimate me. I'm dead ass.
Didn't I just give her props?
Yes. No,
Didn't I just say I think that you're one of the best hustlers
It's my
ever?
turn.
Yeah,
It's my turn.
yeah, my bad.
You see how petty she is? And the fact that he still gave her props. He just basically said that your business was trash. That's all. But he still gave you props. And and now you say that he underestimates you. But let's go ahead and continue because it's her turn, as she said. It's her turn.
You right.
Like, if you think that opening my own business that I had for 3 years didn't teach me shit, you would be, you would, you wouldn't know me at all. Like, the way I run numbers through my mind, the way I see shit, like, it don't make no sense for me not to be fucking rich. At the end of the day, that's how I felt about you all my life, though. I felt like you overlooked every bit of potential about me. I don't even feel like most of the time you was looking at me, you was looking past me. And that pissed me off.
This is still not business what you're talking about.
It's personal.
This is personal.
It was
Exactly. This man spoke about business, and now she wants to take everything personal. So let's go ahead and continue to listen to her get in her feelings. Yes, sir.
Good morning, bro.
What up, man?
Um, I've 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 ran across this a lot with couples that this is not even the same thing, but it's similar with the business thing, trying to be
Mhm.
business and lovers, and it goes left because it's an expectation that got created because of love.
Right.
And with women in business, it's like an unspoken chance opportunity. Like, oh, he shouldn't have not like I'm his woman, so disregard business as far as the return on interest when it comes to me because I'm your baby. You have sex with me. I'm different than anybody else. I have a privilege. They're not
Right.
going to say that because most women are going to act like they're just straightforward business women.
Mhm.
But there's always going to be some level of privilege in their mind when it comes to an opportunity. And if a man says no, she doesn't look at it as, okay, the guy that loves me, that has sex with me, probably knows what's best. And maybe I should just listen. That's not what comes out of it. Because if you like, you about to say she's about to go on a more emotional, personal rant. He already said it's not personal, it's business. Who was? You got to remember, because did y'all get to the part that she ended up saving up 100? He said she saved up $100,000. She put
Right.
$100,000 in a vineyard. She got screwed over. It didn't have a roof. It didn't have other appliances that business would have needed, and she already done wasted $100,000. I
Right.
wouldn't care if it was $20. It's still a waste of money. It was bad business. But
Right.
that's it.
Right. And as I said before, brother, she probably should have got a loan, and if the business failed, then she would have been able to pay it back with the $100,000 that she had. But she didn't do that. But let's go. Oh, go ahead, my brother. We can't hear you, Anti. Oh, okay.
I was saying, no, I'm not in the squad no more, bro.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I was saying was, she's trying to get money out this dude, and she's not even offering him like no collateral. Any smart person, any real legitimate successful business person knows you don't just take word of mouth from anybody. You have to have some kind of collateral in case if they default on
Mhm.
paying back the loan that you gave them. You can always just sell that collateral off and get your money back. I mean, that's literally what car businesses and homeowners and all that shit. Rental people, they have some kind of collateral. They're gonna That's the insurance. That's to ensure that they get their money back in case you default on paying your loan back. I mean, she's not even offering no collateral at all. It ain't like she's like saying, "Hey, hold this for me. Let me get this 25K. If I default on paying this loan back, you can just sell this jewelry or you can just sell this or that that's worth that same 25K back." Like, there's no insurance for him to get his money back at all. She just want him to give the money because she used to deal with him, and that's a scam to me. You can't just
Right.
take that shit from word of mouth from females. You got to have your insurance lined up because
Right.
that's like you said, that's some legit money. So you got to have insurances lined up. It ain't like you just gonna just be giving away 25K to bitches like on some trick shit.
Right.
on some big tricking.
And she's actually gonna
Yeah.
this what you just said. She's probably gonna mention that, like, oh well, you were my man, or, well, I'll let her say. Were you about to say something real?
Well, I want to say this. Yeah. What he said he was going to get a percentage of each thing that she was selling. So that's to make up until she's able to pay him back.
Hmm.
He was going to get a percentage of everything she was selling, like each product. So she didn't want to do it that way. And her reason behind it, she said her friend. And you notice if you listen to her, she's going to mention her friend a lot. Now I don't know where like back in the day I used to see women have this blind loyalty to their friend, like their friend's opinion is the most valid beyond like a relationship and stuff. But it's nowadays is her excuse to right now is my friend. My friend told me you're trying to suck the blood out of me and all this other stuff. And he admitted in a sense that, hey, how it went, how it played out. I saw that you wasted $100,000. I saw you come from a place from the bottom up. So I thought you had something that most people don't have. Because he even admitted that she has came up faster than men that he knew. Like he's given, but she didn't recognize that.
Right.
But to lose it just like that, and a lot of times you may hit a big lick as a survivor, but you can also fall hard as a survivor as well because they learn through trial and error. They don't really get educated in a formal sense, like a proper sense. Like they will, let me go hire somebody because if she with that $100,000, she could have got educated with the amount of knowledge she would have needed to just know how to go about it. But she's still like, I've been doing it by myself. I'm gonna keep doing it by myself.
Right.
So that's where she fell short.
And by the
But
way,
then
that
she held that man responsible for a relationship for why the business didn't go out, which is crazy.
what's up, choke me. But and that's gonna come up to about her going to school. But we'll get to that. But let's go ahead and continue.
It was business shit. Then it got personal. Then it was business again. Like,
Well, I'm not going to go all
it's
over
so
the
many
place.
dynamics to
I'm
our
going to stay on
relationship.
this particular topic, and if you want to go to another topic afterwards, it's fine. I'm going to stay on the wedding topic. It seems like you want to go somewhere else, but I'm going to stay on this topic for a second.
Yo,
Could you mute her, please? Thank you. What happened is
You see that? Even it's sad that he has to basically mute her so that way he could get out what he has to get out because she's in her again. You see how she's in her feelings, brothers. She's in her feelings. But let's go ahead and let my brother speak.
this, like I was saying, Larry and PT. Business is business. If I tell you, don't invest in it, which is not personal. I just gave her mad props. I think she's one of the best female hustlers I ever seen. Gave her mad props before this happened, before she starts getting into, I look past her. I give her props. I'm just saying it wasn't a smart business investment. When you come back to me to get a loan to fix it up, and I said this wasn't going to be a good investment, and then I sit there and say, I want blood and plasma and everything else.
Because you come to me as a friend doesn't mean that I need to be obligated to just throw my money away. At the end of the day, it's business. That's what he's trying to tell you, is that it was more of a business. And he told you it was a high risk business from the beginning, and you didn't listen to him.
it was a high risk business.
It was very high risk.
I operated on my own for 3 years, and I ended up installing my own fucking ceiling, doing my own floors, building my own bar.
And how much money did you make in those 3 years?
I can't even tell you because I had to take all the money. I had to survive. On top of that,
That's
I had
another
to
reason why the
reinvest
loan should have
back
been
in
high.
it.
So you didn't even make a profit. I mean, she doesn't know how much. She only had it for 3 years. The brother asked her, how much did you make in those 3 years? She probably had to put money, the money that she made, I'm sure she had to put it back into the business, so she probably didn't even make a profit at all. And now she's gonna tell you what she had to use the money for later on in the video. But let's go ahead and continue. Crazy work.
Because you can't even tell them how much you made. When I go to somebody and
How was I supposed to make anything with a fucking shell?
Ma'am, earlier you said that you was all about your numbers. Now, and brothers, I want y'all to notice too how reckless her mouth is compared to Cameron. Cameron is calm and collective. Her mouth is hella reckless.
Who is this?
That's Cameron's ex-girlfriend. Her name is Callie. So, but again, brothers, I just want you. I'm just showing you this, brothers, because you know what? Let's go ahead and continue. I don't even have to even say why. Let's continue. She's reckless.
That, this is my point to you, Callie, is that when you go into business,
My whole point was, had the space been in the proper condition, it would have operated and generated money. I was in a fucking prime location. I was in Long Island fucking City, one of the most prominent neighborhoods in New York City. I didn't put my shit in the fucking hood. I had an entire view of fucking Manhattan. You know how many people loved my space and said it's just not done?
Was it a shell when you bought it? Was it a shell when you bought it?
Yeah, but
okay, then
I couldn't force people who was supposed to do the work in the lease not to do the work. This is not a conversation I'm even supposed to be having right now.
So what happened to the
what I'm just saying is when we talk about business, because listen, with all due respect, Callie.
At the same time, I got a different type of upset right now.
Callie, with all due respect.
My upset is not over it don't even got shit to do with the $25,000 right now.
Callie, with all due respect.
That shit.
Go ahead, my brother.
And there you go. She did not come to talk about this stuff. She came to confront this man about how she felt. And it's not about, like I said, women are the only creatures on the planet that can say, look you dead in your face and say, I don't care that it doesn't make sense. I just want you to listen. When a person can say that to you out of emotion, you already know that they're crazy creatures. So my thing is, let me tell you something, another thing. Some women don't care about nothing, meaning that they don't mind trying to make you look bad. I mean, they don't mind looking bad themselves as long as they can make you look worse. You see that all the time everywhere. You see that on here. These women don't mind looking stupid for talking to you. They're still trying to make you look bad. So I think what she was trying to do was trying to point out some factors to make him look bad as a man. But we already know it only can happen that way if the man's not around. Like, we hear all these stories from women, but I can guarantee if we got to hear the man's side, it would make more sense. This is the main reason why they don't like giving details to why they did or why they dealt with the dude. They don't want to give details. It was a wishing star one day, and she just decided to give a man a chance, and everything she says about in the story don't even make sense. She's like, hold up. If you knew this and knew that, what made you keep fucking this dude? What made you fall in love? And she'll tell you this dude threw her against the wall, manipulated her, made her think up was down, and she'll have every reason for why. And you were like, what the fuck? So now that we get to hear the man's version of what she's saying, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
If we would have just heard her, you would have thought Cameron was the most evil guy. Damn, Cameron don't treat women right. But now that we get to hear a logical, rational side of it, it's just what it looks like most of the time in these cases. And I tell men, and I think Cameron is going to realize the moment he stops talking to women that go by a name like Callie, talk to a woman that goes by a government name. You don't talk to a woman that go by this, that go by that. They call me New, they call me Callie. When he realizes that, he's going to have a real wife.
Can't make this stuff up. And keep him. And brothers, Cameron's 49 years old. But let's go ahead and continue.
Shit, no. That shit is where it's at. At the end of the day, to sit amongst a nigga that knew me since, like, what?
Kelly, like, you're operating from a space. You're operating from a space of personal instead of business.
Because it's my turn.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna fucking say what I want to say.
Okay.
And now what I'm about to say is the fact that somebody could know me all my life, watch me fucking pour blood, sweat, and tears into everything I motherfucking did, and never assisted, helped, wanted to nothing, makes me angry. And it took for men, other men, that cared about me, that wanted to invest in me, that believed in me. It's deeper than that. It is so much deeper than that. So at the end of the day,
it took other men to invest in her. I wonder if those other men that invested in her, I wonder if she had to pay them back. I wonder if she had to pay those other men back. And I don't know if she's saying that to try to get Cameron jealous, but that shit ain't working. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, bro, and she's very entitled too, cause she's acting like this guy was obligated to help her. Like you're not his wife. He's not obligated to help you. Any help that he does for you is a privilege. You should be appreciative of him helping you. But he could just easily say fuck you and go talk to somebody else and do shit for other people because he's not obligated to you. You're not his wife. He has no obligation, no legal obligations to make sure you breathe. Okay, first of all, he could just let you starve and die and not give a shit, and he can legally do that because he don't owe you anything.
Right,
That's the cold reality of how the world works. Just like with men, nobody's obligated to help men. So when women leave men out to dry, niggas starving, homeless and shit, I mean, hey, they legally can do that. He can easily legally do that as well on the opposite spectrum. So a lot of this entitlement, she's very entitled to this guy. Like this guy don't owe you any bread. And you was not gonna pay the guy back because you're like you said in the video, she's not even making a profit. I wouldn't have gave her shit without some type of collateral. I would have treated her like do it like how the banks do with cars, how the housing market do with homes. That house is gonna be the collateral, that car is gonna be the collateral. You're gonna have to offer me some kind of collateral that's worth 25 G's, like some type of jewelry or something that I can sell in case you default on that loan.
right,
That's my insurance to me for me getting my bread back. That way you can't fuck me over.
exactly. Well, let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna continue to let her rant on because she's definitely in her feelings.
Today, I wasn't gonna keep turning to a motherfucker that always turned me away.
So can I ask you a question? What happened to the situation? The space?
What situation? What space?
What you was trying to do?
I closed it.
Closed it?
I closed it. I'm a full-time fucking nursing student.
Okay.
Callie, I gotta be honest with you. You spitting some real bullshit right now. I gotta be honest with you because you're saying you closed it down over because he didn't give you $25,000. And if you did your due diligence beforehand when you bought that shell in the beginning, and this man then told you, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this, and I'll say it again, Cam.
I could have kept going.
Listen to me. I'm not saying this because Cam is here. Cam is a very smart businessman. He doesn't get enough credit for his business acumen.
He invested.
Listen, if it's a smart investment, it's a smart investment. Do you know how many people come to Cam and ask for investments that he rejects?
No, I was a bad investment. Everything.
No, it's not about that. You're taking it personal.
I was always a bad investment.
Larry,
it's very personal.
the lines were blurred. This is what's going on. The lines
were blurred. I understand that, but Callie, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that because if you had your due diligence and you got everything in order, you should. Come on, Callie, you got to be honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself.
Well, Callie, do you?
Brothers, that's exactly what it looks like when a woman does not take accountability for her actions. She is not taking accountability. She is going to blame Cam because Cam did not give her to $25,000. The man clearly said that I don't think that this is a good business deal, or I don't think you should go into business doing this. And she basically said, no, I'm going to do it anyway. Then she started falling off. Now, hey, you're supposed to help me because me and you had sex. Keep in mind, he does have a daughter with her, and she's going to bring that up. These women will use sex as a weapon. They will use your child as a weapon against you. I don't make this stuff up, so-called black man. Let's continue.
Consider, because I remember you mad about a video you did for him and a song. Do you put that in the same category with business?
Yes.
Or was it personal?
You want to talk about the what was
I
you mad
wasn't
about
dating him when that song came out.
Okay.
You wasn't dating me when the club came out.
What club?
The who?
The weddings planned, whatever you want to call it. We wasn't dating then either.
But it was still post.
Post. So post means after.
What? We see you, brothers. Y'all gotta watch out for some of these women that use these post, because she's saying post relationship. So what she's basically saying is the relation after the relationship. So she feels like she's still obligated, but I honestly believe it's because she has a daughter with him. So he should still help her out. But go ahead, my brother.
Let me tell you something. If a woman stops talking to you and she's mad at you for things that she wanted to do with you outside of the relationship, and she tells you that we was in a post dating situation, meaning that you still was responsible for my needs, he should have just ended it there. He should have ended it there. But I get it. I guess, sometimes that's what I say on my panel. Sometimes I purposely will engage with chaos so y'all men can see exactly what they're saying, like it's not making sense. So I see what he's doing. He wants other men to see what the chaos looks like. And we all can say that we've dealt with a woman that, well, Beagle's a fucking farmer's market of these type of women. It's like, it's like literally, you go to any room, you gonna hear shit like this as far as their cognitive reality. It don't even add up. But yeah, so I know what Camo is doing. Y'all need to just hear the stuff that women. That's why I said women are the mark. They're like Mark Smith. They're good with the wordplay. You get caught up in a woman's wordplay, that's it. In real time, if she was in front of him doing what she does as a woman, he would have probably said, "Yeah, you right. It is a post thing. I should have still have been." She would have convinced this man. He detached from her, and now he wants the world to see just how unchained. It's just crazy. She said she looked dead at that man and said, "But it's post. It's post. You still responsible." That's it.
Let's go ahead and continue. Let's listen to her. Let's listen to her rant some more.
Correct?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, because the feelings that I'm getting from you, were you number one or thought you was number one?
Thought.
Yeah, I'm asking. Were you?
Yeah, when you got like possessive and stuff,
Yeah.
like he said you was territorial.
Did I think I was number one? It's funny.
No, I'm just asking a simple question.
To be honest, you asking me if I thought I was number one.
Yes. Because the behavior that you're giving, the personal behavior, it sounds like a lot of entitlement. So that's why I'm asking you. When behavior like that with
To
entitlement,
be honest, not even to jump in.
I'm sorry. You know what it is? I'm just used to a man in my life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me. Kim
Damn.
has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Why does that matter to you?
So brothers, I hope y'all heard what. Matter of fact, go ahead, Real. You got it.
So right there, she said, "I expect a man that's intimate with me to provide for me like a man in a relationship." She didn't say, "I expect a man that is claiming me or he's with me." She said intimate. She was very specific on, and she's going to repeat it. If y'all believe that a man is obligated without any reassurance on whether y'all even have a relationship, solely based on the fact that he can have sex with you, or why he should be this, someone raised you to be a prostitute. I don't know whether it was your mother, your father, or whether you created that whole logic. You turned yourself into a prostitute. We're equal, right? So unless you make it clear, let's just like when you go to a car dealership or you get a job or you buy Nikes, there's a bartering system. There's a merit-based bartering system. Relationships, he had a claim. You like there has to be some recognition that this is what's going to go on. Simply having sex, it's not not in history. In history, back in the day, 2, 3, 4,000 years ago, if you had sex, you was married. She didn't have 4 or 5 guy friends that would come in and make her feel good about how belligerently uh, evil she is, and still take care of her. Like today, like she'll go through it with a man like Cameron, and then 5 other niggas that's been trying to get with her will sit there and baby her and make her feel good and tell her everything she did was right and he was wrong. And if they had a chance, they would treat her like a goddess. That's what we have today. A lot of cuck niggas. I call the niggas that just be ready to jump on the pussy after another nigga a cuck. You don't even want to find out if she's crazy. You just ready to get on the pussy. But go ahead, I'm done.
I'm gonna just say this real quick before I let my boy Anti go. As you can see, this is the second time that this woman has brought up about sex. Brothers, women use sex as a weapon to get what they want. Go ahead, Anti.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, even though they got a kid together, from what I just heard from you, he's obligated to the child. He's not obligated to her. Like he don't owe her shit. He only owe the kid, a life, a better life. He don't owe the woman a better life. If she fails to be able to be a mother at any capacity, she could just fork over her rights to the dad. Dad can get the job done. If she can't get the job done, you can give it to the parent that can get the job done correctly. You feel what I'm saying? So even
Exactly.
though they got a child together, it doesn't matter. Like that doesn't negate the fact that he don't owe her any money. He's not obligated to her. He's obligated to that child. That's all I wanted to say.
Can't make this stuff up, brothers. Let's go ahead and continue.
Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that. I'm just trying
You're
to
a
say.
man. I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me? Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem, so I'm not having sex with my daughter.
What are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having sex with your daughter. It's about, that's what you would teach your daughter.
Oh, teach your daughter. I'm sorry.
She just having sex with a man that doesn't want to protect and provide for her. Like what?
The problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men
provide.
and women are equal?
No. What I'm trying to
I
say
got
to
you.
you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female.
I hope y'all heard that. I would rather go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, real.
I would absolutely tell my daughter if at one point at her age ready level, if at one point I already done imbued on what it takes to be a wife. So if she comes to me with this dilemma about, have to have this specific conversation about being physical with a man, I would tell her, don't expect this, this, and that. I would expect like what I provided the first time, baby girl, is going to give you an opportunity to have something that you can look back and say, I got a man that's claiming me. He wants to be with me. He's providing because he truly honors me as a woman. And I would tell him, any man that's honoring you just solely based on just a sexual place will honor 15 other women, and you'll probably get caught up in some bullshit. So yes, you're supposed to tell your daughter the reality that most of these men will make you feel good and be sexually suggestive the whole time they're doing anything for you, to let you know that that's the most valuable thing to them. She needs to understand that, because they're going to be like this woman and believe and then tell herself she has standards, because the expectation behind giving herself to men is him courting her and loving her. No, and she's probably never getting that in the first place. I think everything that she's probably getting from men most of the time is money and a little bit of time and attention. But yes, you should tell your daughter the reality. Yes, most men, if she even makes a statement like that to a man, I think he would be turned off. I'm talking about a man that wants a wife.
Hmm.
If she was to just have an intimate conversation and say, how do you feel about women that give their bodies to a man and they expect him out? He would be turned off. He's like, so you just think just giving it up means that he's just obligated to do something like that. Just for clarity, I'm just asking. And she said, yeah, I think if she's willing, that's when he should know to leave her alone.
Right.
Because that's what you should tell your daughter, the reality. Don't tell her something that's going to make her, you should be able to give her a positive, a good faith mindset. You think telling her the truth is going to make her look at life? No. The only time children start to feel like there's no hope It's because you can't articulate what hope is, or you're not showing by example. You're not leading by example. So of course they're going to believe that the world's going to fall apart if things don't go right every time. They don't see an example of what a goal looks like from the parents, because parents are struggling too. So of course they're going to look at the world like that. They don't know how to talk to their kids. Of course they're going to look at the worst more than anything else. They lead with the worst in their head. Don't nobody want that.
Right.
And for her to say that with confidence, and then she's going to put his daughter, their child, yes, he should. He should tell her that. She needs these young ladies need to know that so they can preserve the right to make better decisions for men. They won't just like men because he's light skinned, tall, got green eyes, he sounds like he's from Houston, or he just can give her a lot of money. She can actually find a man based off his character and know that that's enough to know if she has somebody that's going to be husband. But again, if she's talking like this, she did not raise her daughter to be a wife. Unfortunately, Cameron, she raised her. She's given her daughter the thought process of a prostitute. I deserve money because I gave you my vagina. That's it.
Brothers, I don't make this stuff up. I don't make these things up. These are women. There are women out here that are talking like this, and I'm gonna repeat myself one more time, maybe many more times. Women will use sex as a weapon, and they will use their child or their children as a weapon against you. I don't make this stuff up, brothers. Let's continue.
And that's the problem.
Never invested in me.
Because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
And which was
because I needed a passive income.
Which was a...
Now, you heard that? She started nursing school in 2019. She opened up a business to help her pay for nursing school. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna put my paycheck on this. I honestly believe that Cameron would have invested in her going to nursing school instead of that wedding venue. Brothers, nobody's really trying to get married no more. I'm sorry. Weddings, marriages have taken a deep dive in the negative. Nobody's trying to get married like that no more, especially black men. Black men are not trying to get married. So I honestly believe that Cameron would have invested in her if she would have said, "Baby, I'm going to nursing school. Can you invest?" That would have been good, and she would have made money. She's still in school. That's 7 years, 2019 to 2026 or 2025. 7 years. Come on now. So I'm assuming she must have took a break when she was doing that business venue for the 3 years. Now she got to go back and finish nursing school. And I don't know what she's going to do, if it's CNA or whatever. I think nursing school, is only about 2 years. Because I'm sure she's probably just going to a community college. I'm sure she ain't going to no university. But let's go ahead and continue.
It's a bad investment. Right. And like I was trying to explain, because it's a bad investment, or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a nigga don't want to protect, provide, you never looked out for me, yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me, because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you revert it to say, yo, you never want to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always looked past me. Because I give you my real opinion on situations. It was a time where Sin and PT and Callie called me and said, Kim, you know what? You're right, man. I be bugging. You not with the club situation. One day she called, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this shit.
Wow.
She's like, yo,
Wow, accountability.
yeah, it was accountability. I couldn't believe. She's like, yo, I thought.
Brothers, you know that's very rare for a woman to take accountability for their actions. He probably should have recorded that. You should have recorded that. It gave her a trophy too. That is, she actually took accountability for her actions. Because women rarely take accountability for her actions. And again, I'm gonna say this too. You see how calm and collective Cam is? Y'all see how calm and collective Cam is? And his ex is acting like a damn wild hyena. Let's continue.
Thought about it, man. You're
I at
right.
least want to talk about accountability.
He's like, yo,
I
you're
didn't
right,
think you knew
Cam.
what that word means.
You're right, Cam. You know what I'm saying? I do be, but I forget what it was, but she actually apologized, and I really couldn't believe it. And I was happy about that, to be honest with you. But a year later, I still don't believe in her. I still don't want to invest in her. This, that, and the third.
Go ahead, my brother.
And let me explain the difference between what she calls accountability and what he calls it. His accountable logic and reason is behind like what can be explored, examined, and it is productive. What she's claiming he's not accountable for is how he made her feel. Remember, there's two. There's a logic and reason accountability that people expect, and there's an emotional reason. Most of the time, women are going to want you to be held accountable for something emotional, and how logical and rational is that? So, what's illogical about what she's expecting is that even if it doesn't make sense, he's supposed to say, you know what, I was wrong, even if it don't make sense. The reason why, when we listen to these two people, it makes more sense on his end than her end. It's not like we're expecting her just to be irrational, because there's a lot of rational, logical women, because they can regulate their emotions enough to be that way. We're talking about the women that operate like this, where all she's trying to win the argument is on the basis of how she feels. That's it. You're not accountable for how you made me feel, how you treated me in my eyes. And that's not rational. That's not logical. And you'll never be able to satisfy a person. I say a person on purpose, because they're never going to be satisfied, because they're never happy. The
Right.
next day, there's something else they're looking for. You'll never satisfy a person like. That's why I tell y'all to leave people like this alone. That's why I say vet, because you're going to realize you're signing up for a video game that is meant for you to not even beat. Literally, like, you'll never pass the first level. That's it.
Let's go ahead and continue.
And I think that's great what you said, PT.
Let me tell you something.
When it comes to blurred lines when personal and business.
Let me tell you something.
Come to,
The lines is blurred.
yeah, my opinion.
You know what?
I'm listening.
I don't know. In all honesty, I know the difference between when somebody cares about me and then somebody want to fucking play in my face.
Gotcha.
So what's your feelings today towards each other?
Well, brothers, we're gonna stop here. I just really wanted to talk about how her lack of accountability.